Now, if you're wondering who these are, I don't know either. I genuinely can't help you. I don't recognize any of these people. They're the new generation of Marvel. They replaced their iconic superheroes, which was the last thing that they had going, and they replaced it with this. Who wants to see this? Why? Who makes these business decisions, though? And the real question is, why do they make them? Why aren't they getting fired? I guess it's like to appeal to a wide audience that isn't there. Because here's the thing, right? Like, they say that it's for the wide audience, but the last movie that they put out was so bad that I think it was actually worse than Morbius. So for whom are these movies being made? Like, the market is saying that we don't like this. So for whom do they make them? Because as I posted in a previous video, like, usually what happens at these AAA companies is that they put on a movie and they notice that the audience has like 20 million men and 5 million women. And they're like, wow, this is not good. Like, why only 5 million women? We need to make changes so that we can get more women. And if we get more women, then we make more money. And the person that says, well, hold on a little bit. If you make changes, you can get some of the men that are already invested in watching, you can get them to leave. And that person gets fired, right? So then they make the changes, and maybe they get like 7 million women if they're lucky, but they get 10 million men, and they call it a great success. But the problem is that you don't even get those 7 million women anymore. Like, the women themselves, and I know that I've seen, I think it was like the, one of the higher-ups that made the last movie, The Marvels, and she was basically saying how it's because racismus, and it's bigotrismus, and it's transmophobismus, and it's anti-semitismus, and everything under the sun. You know, all the talking points from the left, the greatest evils of the world. It's like hearing the Pope talk about sin. It's about the lust and the greed and the avarice and it's Satan. But no, it's not Satan. It's not racismus. No one wants it. No one wants it, right? Like even minorities that allegedly you're making this for, they don't want it either. They watch anime like normal people. So, who are these movies being made for? Like, even in other countries, right? Okay, you have racismus in the United States. They're not popular in Africa. They're not popular in China. They're not popular in India. No one wants it. Everyone watches anime like normal people. You know, like, anime actually has sex appeal. You're showing me children. You're showing me children. Sex appeal sells. Thor, the first movie which I believe got women involved into the comic book genre, because up until that point, if you happen to like comic books, you are radioactive to pussy. Like, most women would say, when are you going to grow up? Comic books are for children. They started looking at comic books when Thor came out, the first Avenger, I think. Or no, it wasn't Thor. I forgot the title of the first Thor. You guys probably know. But I remember like going to the cinema and it was filled with women. Why? Because you have this handsome man, you know, with big chest, big muscles, shirtless, long blonde hair, a little bit of a doofus, doesn't really understand how it's like to be a human. He's out of his element. Women love that. Oh my fucking god, sex sells. Holy shit. And they were giving me children. And it's fine, you know, like, you can have one kid, 2 kids, but like, look at this. It's like a fucking kindergarten over there. They even like what's really interesting is that when they used to have sex appeal, they had Black Widow. And the actress herself, after making millions of dollars from that movie, it's like, oh my god, I felt so objectified. Oh, it was so horrible. Oh, the humanity. And there was probably a lineup of other women that wanted to play her role. But, you know, the thing that really bothers me is the self-sabotage, because I literally liked these movies. I genuinely enjoyed watching them. But unfortunately, they're sabotaging themselves. Like, there is no reason to make these changes. All of these changes that have been made, like replacing the iconic superheroes like Iron Man and Thor and all the others with random nobodies, was for the sake of diversity and inclusion. It's like, let's take something that sells and let's change it for no reason whatsoever. And now you're getting them destroyed at the box office. And the thing is, like, this is hilarious, is the circle of wokeness. You have woke people, and they're saying that there are problems with the product. So if you put them in charge, they will fix the problems. And the solutions that they bring actually create more problems. And they will say, yes, but we need to become even more woke to fix the new problems. And they become more woke, and it just makes the problems worse. And then they become even more woke. And it's like a circle. It's just a constant circle of this shit. But, you know, I guess it works because it's Disney. And they have trillions of dollars to spare. But at some point, even Disney is going to have to realize that this isn't working anymore. So instead of, like, bringing these random nobodies on the screen, how about you create a new IP? How about you create something new? You know, like, stop calling it the Marvel. In fact, like, stop playing with superheroes altogether. It's gone. You know, like, the trend has finished. There used to be a time when there were westerns. But, you know, the trend is over. And after the westerns, you had, like, spaceships and shit and sci-fi. And then you had slasher movies. And then you had zombies. And then you have superheroes. Okay, it's over with the superheroes. Enough. It's enough. Just stop it. Make something new. Jesus fucking Christ. I mean, no wonder anime is successful. There are so many different genres in anime, and there is just so much stuff that the level of creativity is astonishing. Meanwhile, with Hollywood, oh, another superhero movie. Oh, great. Oh, another remake, another sequel, another... They literally can't write a universe. I genuinely think this is why you keep getting superheroes, because they do not know how to write a new thing. Creating a universe is difficult if you're a bad writer. So, like, they take something that already exists from a comic book, and they're like, okay, well, we're going to write this, because we just gender swap a couple of characters, we race swap the rest, and call it a day. Just put a chick in it and make her gay, like South Park likes to say. And you get the Panderverse. Again, who are these people? Do any of you know? Like, I'm pretty sure if you read comic books, you probably know. But, like, who reads these comic books as well? Like, that's another question. Let me know what you guys think. And as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.